I will no longer be intimidated.
Running code 3. 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 Running code 3.
But right now I'm talking about another run. 120 and a 25 to have more fun.
We got a hostage situation.
You do not have my permission to use or distribute this video for any reason whatsoever. Copyright 2020 Star Astronomer. All rights reserved. You only have my permission to share the web link to this video. Web links generally start out with HTTPS or HTTP //www, and then the rest of it would be to this video, the particular link. So I have complete ownership, Star Astronomer, but as far as sharing this on any media, social or otherwise, please do share the web link. Let people know what is going on. Music used with kind permission by Menace. Copyright 2004.
Make Steve Lake's signs disappear. And you don't have to comment on that and say you're not associated with or anything. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying if them disappeared, that might be something. I'm just telling you. I'm not asking you to do anything.
Maybe retirement will come at the end of the year and we won't have to worry about it.
This is part 4 in a series about Cop Terry A. Mitchell, aka the Chief, and his continued issues in the art of the bigger issue. My attorney says don't say corruption when you can say the bigger issue.
Goddamn, you still don't understand.
Goddamn son of a bitch! You rot in hell!
You had to have seen video 3, which is named Chief Terry A. Mitchell and his little puppets, the trustees, who look the other way on issues. That is part 1, and this video is part 2, and a follow-up to conclude video 3. This video continues the conversation with our favorite boy, Trustee Chad Gargas.
In my opinion, that is abuse of power.
I hope you have been watching my video series on Chief Terry A. Mitchell. Each video builds onto the last. We shall see how issues stemming from our Chief Mitchell allows the abuse of people with his police powers. Let me be very clear. This is my opinion, as well as others I have talked to. But first, a public service announcement from everyone's favorite 2.3-pound long-haired Chihuahua.
Little Moose says, you will not need to have all this fine optical equipment to see that in this video there are some puppets that are working in concert, allegedly, with our boy Terry A. Mitchell. So enjoy the show.
Little Moose wants to thank all of her fans. God bless all the police officers that do their job in a legal manner,
by following the law.
Now here we have two pictures of Neanderthals. One of them is highly educated. The other one, well, prefer not to say. Now you can tell by looking at the jawline which one is educated, which one understands the Constitution and understands your civil liberties. Okay, if you would, could you please place the intelligent Neanderthal on top of the other picture?
Anybody could have done that.
The point that I'm getting at is, I don't know how Terry Mitchell has kept his job with when almost everybody that I talk to, people that other people talk to other people, they, you know, so in any event, it's just really amazing. The guy is filth. The guy is filth. I don't know who he's got, you know, snowballed. I don't know how he gets away with what he does, but he has. Okay? So in any event, Chad.
Well, goddamn, you still don't understand.
If you need to be reminded how little Chief Mitchell keeps his job, just listen to Chad talk, and it becomes quite apparent.
Because see, here's what it comes down to. I don't trust Terry Mitchell. I do not trust him at all. And so to ask him a question would be pointless for me. Okay? I wouldn't trust Terry Mitchell, Chad, to even plant evidence. Okay? That's how much I think he is corrupt in my own personal opinion. Okay? And in other people's opinions. Okay? I'm just telling you what people are saying. I know there's a lot of people that are afraid to say anything. There's people that are afraid to stand up and stand up for their rights. I'm not. I am not a sheep. I will never be a sheep. Now, Mike doesn't even have the balls to even get back to me.
As in Mike Diekman, he doesn't know how to do his job.
And believe me, Joe Badger, well, I won't say, but Joe Badger is right under there with Mitchell.
Please listen very carefully to the following. Do you pick up what is amazing as to how Puppet Chad thinks the bigger problem with Chief Terry A. Mitchell will be resolved? As per my attorney, I am not going to use the word corrupt.
He's been around for a long time, so I don't know why the trustees that came before us.
I mean, I don't know what to say, but I know the shit that he's pulled on me over the years. Okay?
Yeah.
You know, I'm just telling you, and I've ran into people that tell me he thinks he's a Napoleon. He dictates. I'm telling you, the stories go way back. Again, you know, people probably just...
Maybe retirement will come at the end of the year and we won't have to worry about it.
Well, but see, that's not the point. See, retirement, I'm going to say this nice and clear, and I don't mean this as a threat. If Terry A. Mitchell, and that A must stand for asshole, if Terry Mitchell was in a big city, he'd never make it. Everybody tells me the same thing, because they would have his little ass in a garbage can. But he's in a little quiet community. He throws his weight around because he's got the badge. And I'm going to go as far as to say that they're corrupt at the courthouse too. Okay? And I address part of that here, and I'm going to address it in the next one.
If you did not catch it, let me help you as we hear the important part again.
Maybe retirement will come at the end of the year and we won't have to worry about it.
Puppet Chad, seriously? You address the bigger problem, I won't say corruption, by pushing the bigger problem out the side door?
Maybe retirement will come at the end of the year and we won't have to worry about it.
Puppet Chad, you have now solidified what so many have thought was the bigger problem. Turns out, Chief, Terry A. Mitchell was just a part of it. I've got to hear this doorknob actually say this again. This is what you have in charge of your community, people. Time to wake up.
Maybe retirement will come at the end of the year and then you won't have to worry about it. Maybe retirement will come at the end of the year and then you won't have to worry about it.
I'm going to do a little word association with a picture. Would you like to play that game?
Yes, I'd love to.
All right, so now we've got a word that we're not really sure what it is. There's a letter missing. So, but once you figure out what that says, you have two images. One on the left, one on the right. Based on the word and what you think it is, could you please put the picture that best describes that word? Could you please slide that on top of the word?
Absolutely.
Well done.
Shame on you, Terry Mitchell.
This is printed off right from the township's website, and their mission statement. The Clay Township Police Department is dedicated to ensuring the safety and security of each person in our township by being proactive and reactive in our policing while performing these duties with honesty, integrity, and fairness to all citizens and visitors by working in partnership with the community. Now, sir, I'd like to ask you, you're a member of the township, you're a resident?
Yes, I am.
Now, based on what you see here, the mission statement, based on that last line where it talks about honesty, integrity, and fairness to all citizens and visitors, as it relates to Terry A. Mitchell, who is the chief, have you seen, has this been the case?
No, it is not.
So just to be clear now, I've highlighted those words, honesty, integrity, and fairness, in the mission statement. And you're a resident, and from what you've observed, in your opinion, are you saying then that these words don't match what you've observed, in your opinion, from Chief Terry A. Mitchell?
In my opinion, that is absolutely not the case.
We also see that it states in here, to all of our citizens and visitors, okay? So they perform their duties with honesty, integrity, and fairness to visitors. Now, you, I understand, have had some experience with somebody and have spoken to somebody directly, correct?
Yes.
And do you find that they are fair to visitors?
No, I have personally talked to someone from Provo, Utah, who was treated with the utmost disrespect from Terry Mitchell.
Okay, Jimmy, for purposes of identification, to make sure we have the right cop, on July 4th of 2020, is this a picture of the tool that you had to deal with?
Yes, that is the tool.
People are wondering just who is the biggest tool, Chief Terry A. Mitchell or a little Sleepy Joe Badger? It's pretty damn close. They would both land on their head in a toss-up.
Make Steve Lake's signs disappear. And you don't have to comment on that and say you're not associated with or anything. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying if them disappeared, that might be something. I'm just telling you. I'm not asking you to do anything.
Now let's take a look at this Jeep. Appears to be something maybe from the 70s. Only someone with a Napoleon complex would do something this stupid to a vehicle, trying to compensate for what they lack within themselves.
I'm bigger and I'm better than you, when in fact they are total losers in this world.
Let's remind everyone how little Sleepy Joe Badger feels about her boy, Chief Terry A. Mitchell, giving the middle finger to people he serves in the community. Please listen closely.
Talking about somebody that's on their own time as a private citizen. I would agree. How can I sit there with a straight face and say, yeah, police officers shouldn't go by in a police car and flip anybody off?
So little Sleepy Joe Badger doesn't think it's okay for Boy Mitch to flip people off in his cruiser, but in a personal vehicle he does not care. Says nothing he can do about it on Boy Mitch's off time. You are an ignorant person, Sleepy Joe Badger. My attorney says to not use the word corruption, but to use the bigger issues.
I don't know enough about them. I'm not hesitating because I don't know what to tell you, except because I don't know enough about the rules. And, you know,
we all know you have no clue, Sleepy Joe Badger, so please shut up and go back into your hole.
I don't know enough about them. I'm not hesitating because I don't know what to tell you, except because I don't know enough about the rules. And, you know, I'm just saying, if them disappeared, that might be something. Make Steve Lake signs disappear. And you don't have to comment on that and say you're not associated with her or anything. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying, if them disappeared, that might be something.
In my opinion, that is abuse of power.
Maybe retirement will come at the end of the year and we won't have to worry about it.
Please stay tuned for part 5, when yet more issues are revealed about the bigger issues. My attorney says, don't say corruption when you can say the bigger issue.